Deep vanilla.
Ik kom van die pad coconut.
Ik heb hier een flavor van ja. En dat is ook nog op een maand.
Ik het verskillende, ek gaan altyd aan, want dit is 24 en dan kyk ek die flavors. Soos ek het baie potjies. Dis kom dit lank hou.
Nie die ding van die maand, kyk, tril van sak tot sak. Wat so?
Is warm.
Let's go, people, let's do this. When you do go,
Kom ek vat gou 'n foto asseblief, laat ek net van die kind kan nie wag nie. 50 over.
The ladies are playing for the men is done. It was a last Sunday game. Last week Sunday. Last week it was semi-final. So you play the table. You're gonna be done by 11. Timberlani out the bet the whole day must work for that money.
Wat's dit nou?
Die 10 bytes.
En dan die lyn wat ons hier invul by die 50 over. Dan skryf ons 10 hier, dan skryf ons net die lunch break.
Die lyn hoef nie ingevul te word.
Kry met gesit moet ingevul.
Ek het maar uitgelos en hy het nie vir my met my gaffie gehou.
Nou sien jy, dis kom ek vol op jou. Want dit maak nie vir my sin nie. Ek het gedink omdat as 'n mens dit rooi maak en dan is die rooi lyntjie ook onder wash. Dis kom te dink ek, okay, hulle het dit nou in rooi geskryf en nou nie toe.
I agree with you.
Nou ek gaan hom bel daaroor want ek stem nie saam met dit nie. En hy kan nie net ingee met hy monster wat saam met jou gaan. Want sy besluit mos alles op. So ek gaan vir hom bel daaroor en dan hieroor.
Toen ons die vergadering gehad en met Jenny het gewees het wat jy geskoor. Toen met hulle gesê dit daar was gevra suggest of hoe dit in 'n rooi inskryf. En toe ons 'n ander game gehad het en toe wys kan ons dat it should be like that. So okay, I thought it was suggested at the previous
Nee, sy wat na Michelle goed was besluit.
come together. So I don't know. Ek weet nie sure.
Want ek stem saam in rooi geskryf want as jy die lyntjie trek nou lyk dit washes ook 'n rooi lyn.
Ja.
Dis hoe ek gedink het. Hulle skryf dit in rooi kry sukses. Ek gaan hom bel daaroor. Papa's must go R120 today. Lekker, ja, tot tea.
Praat jy nou?
Ek sê wel vir sy rok wat sy net ek het vir jou wat gegee maar dit skyn deur. Draai jy onderrok het dit.
Dit sit nog 'n bietjie styf.
Okay.
Dit sit 'n klein bietjie styf. Toe ek dit vernoes, is 'n klein bietjie te groot vat as ek nee, as ek gewag het as ek my rokkie te raak. Dit sit net 'n klein bietjie styf like like 'n movie.
Veral hier by die arms.
Ja.
Dis kom ek dit groter gevat as aan my bors. Dis groot. Neil Brunt.
You see Brunt is bowling high. He is bowling from the south into the
Weinberg.
This is not like that. It's like for the beer. So jy maar nie nog raak om te sê nee, bel vir my.
Wat moet jy inskryf by die worksheet?
Ja, sien bel hom. Dis 'n coördinator. Jy probably met my dat jy moet mee bel vir my. I'm not doing it.
89 only.
Should we do it? Time.
10.
First 10 on the dot.
Is that Herman? Herman.
Simmons out.
Yeah, Simmons is out. 27, 58, 5 and nothing.
27.
58, 5 and nothing.
Correct.
Caught Herman. Voor ik die Hama schrijf, is het Herman of Hama? Is Jordan Herman the catcher or Herman? Herman. Oeh, Herman.
Say Senegal.
That is William. Let's not say surname, let's rather say name.
Jordan, yeah.
Exactly.
We work. We work with surnames in Big Ben.
It was medium.
Medium. It came quick, but it came straight.
Yeah, if he was sleeping, it would have been bad. Dropped catch. The same as yesterday. They only changed the second innings.
Change.
The change of innings. They only.
Come on.
Come on. Ik zal lachen als die doe ik zo'n partnership opzet. Oh my word, I'll be so amazed. Come on, you dubs.
Huh? Wait, they lost yesterday.
Where were you? Were you not here?
Ay, so naikram in krijkra. Amla sa sunay lang sunay ba? Sunay mo super hospital ko karante. Snogis pa ni nakati. Not allemaal die conversation hoor. Ay, yan na. Oh my word. Lee.
Yesterday.
Hmm?
Wasn't so shit from yesterday.
Wicket maiden. Hmm. 5. Nasa sukdo isa. Konti ya. First for what? Sige, kay ko isos.
The bat through those close fielders.
Kamanzi all defence as he tries to keep out the premier strike bowler.
Kabanzi not quite getting to the pitch of that particular delivery, nicely flighted by Neil Brunt. Squares him up a bit. Neil Brunt just fell too short and a bit fortunate not to get away with that particular delivery. The short leg fieldsman stops it, going for a certain boundary. Last delivery comes in forward defence by Kamanzi.
So I believe we've been having some sound issues and you may not have been picking up the start of the broadcast today. So just to recap, the position overnight was that the 6-gun Grill Western Province were 261 for 5 in their follow-on innings. There were a massive 191 still required to make the Titans bat again. And off the first ball this morning from Neil Brunt, bowling from the Weinberg end, enticed Carl Simmons to turn one into the waiting hands of Jordan Herman at that forward short leg position. Simmons gone for a very well played 27 off what ended up being 58 balls, first delivery of the day today. So 261 for 6 Eve Kamanzi survived a very confident appeal for a catch at first slip by Dean Elgar off the same bowler, Neil Brandt, the very next ball. The visuals that we could see indicating that may well have come off the thigh pad, and that's what the batter actually did indicate at the time. Titans probably stood motionless as a team for about a minute, trying to wonder how on earth that could not have been given out.
This one is put full by Simon Harmer, and it's nicely driven through the covers, going through for a single.
But umpire Abdullah Steenkamp and batsman Eve Kamanzi remained similarly motionless, as the decision was not given by umpire Steenkamp in favour of the Titans. And since then, there have been 3 runs added. Kamanzi has gone to 1, Mpongwana off the mark of his 6th delivery, and he is on 2 at the moment. Scorecard for the Western Province team we'll give you at the end of this Simon Harmer over, which is in 1 ball's time.
And he comes to Kamanzi. Kamanzi comes forward, misses it, and goes through to the keeper. There's a few belated appeals, but no danger there. End of that over.
77 overs gone now, with Corbin Bosch we saw before the start of play, given the honour of choosing the new ball from umpires Steenkamp and Smith, and we will expect the Titans to take that new ball, one feels, straight away, possibly in the hands of Bosch from the Weinberg end, and I would think Harmer to continue with the new ball from the Kelvin Grove end. Tim, what's your prediction on that?
I suspect you may well be right there. There was a little bit of a discussion as to which new ball to take. Corbin Bosch was joined by a couple of his teammates, so Corbin didn't get outright decision-making process. It had to be a team collective, but they eventually got around to choosing the correct ball.
Yes, democracy in action there for the Titans. I think it was the fact that the fleck on the gold paint on the kookaburra wasn't quite what they wanted. Just maybe a slight imperfection they were looking at. That's a really nice looking shot.
Nicely driven there by Mguana into the extra cover region. They come through for a fairly leisurely single.
He's really struggling though, isn't he? That thigh strain looking like it is hampering him. So reminder that Mihlali Mpongwana in the first innings of the Titans, that mammoth 172 overs that the Western Province bowled, he only bowled 10.4 overs in that innings.
This one is swept, and it is caught.
Kamanzi.
It is caught. It's the end of Kamanzi, and Western Province nicely. It's got a sort of toppish edge, and Simon Harmer gathers it, taking a few strides to his right. A fairly easy catch, and Kamanzi is gone for 1 of 24 deliveries, and the end is nigh for Western Province, you feel.
Yes.
They are now 265 for 7. And the new ball just around the corner, potentially they might not need it.
No, they may well decide not to take that new ball and rather continue to bowl with Neil Brandt, who's had success this morning, taking both wickets to fall from the Weinberg end. Just a little bit of extra bounce on that one. And Eve Kamanzi just top edging that sweep. A very easy catch for Harmer, moving around to his right, and the left-hander having to make his way back to the pavilion. So it's going to be Kieran Kenny who is joining Mihlali Mpongwana at the crease. We understand that Mo Valley is not at the ground. He will not be batting for Western Province today, and we will see Bashir Walters, if a wicket is to fall. Next wicket we are likely to see Bashir Walters coming in as the last man for Six Gun Grill Western Province. Just to continue with that story of their second innings, a very good opening partnership of 51 by Gavin Kaplan and Daniel Smith, before Kaplan was bowled off his pad by Simon Harmer, who had been operating at that stage unchanged from the Wynberg end for the entire day, both in the first and second innings. Harmer taking 7 for 76 in the first innings, as we see Brunt continuing the attack to the new batter, Kieran Kenny. Kenny on debut for his first class debut, took 2 wickets. Two wickets in the Titans' first innings to take those first 2 wickets of his career.
This one coming right forward there by Kieran Kenny, making sure that he smothers any spin that Brunt is indeed getting.
So we have just received a message that Yasin Valley may be at the ground later today, but we'll just keep you posted should we have any more information around that. As it currently stands, 265 for 7.
Back and across there by Guana. He looks like a really accomplished batter.
He does look, doesn't he, that he's got the potential, the youngster, 20-year-old fast bowler, has the potential to not only hold up an end but get some runs for his team. Looking technically correct and being able to play on so very nicely back to the bowler. Simon Harmer just looking for one more wicket to get to his 10th 10-wicket haul in first-class cricket.
He must be feeling a little bit nervous at the potential that there's only two to go.
Yes.
That he is in need of getting at least one of them. A little bit fuller this time. Nicely driven there by Mokwana.
Yeah.
Got to the pitch and drove it just gently down the ground. With the mid-on and mid-off up in particular, it was always going to go to the boundary.
Yeah, it was a lovely shot, wasn't it?
He moves on to 7 of 25. Indeed it was.
Not the shot of a tail-end fast bowler, more the shot of a man who has the opportunity to be come in perhaps in the late middle order, perhaps a number 8. One sees that the role that he could be playing within this Western Province team. So to continue the scorecard from yesterday, second man to go was the captain Zubair Hamza, after a very good partnership of 72 with Daniel Smith, and Hamza caught by Herman off the bowling of Harmer. This time in the first innings he got one from Zubair Hamza that came very fast to him. This one looping up, he was on his heels and diving forward with the right hand, managed to take that catch. Very disappointed Zubair Hamza going back to the pavilion for 37 with a partnership of 72.
Neil Brunt continuing, nicely drifted outside the off stump, bringing Kieran Kenny forward and across the stumps, but managing to get battle ball.
So there are 8 men around the bat. No, there's 5 men around the bat. Slip, second slip, forward short leg. a man at a sort of backward short leg and a leg gully, ball spinning into the left-hander from the orthodox left arm over Neil Brunt.
Comes Kieran Kenny solidly in behind it once more. Did seem to have a good defence in his first innings, Kieran Kenny. It was a short little innings. This one a bit too full, driven, and the offside, just square in the front, and they're able to go through for a leisurely single. There were lots of leisurely singles there with Guana not feeling 100%.
It's not giving Kieran Kenny a chance to stretch his legs. The first innings he got 1 run, Kieran Kenny off 15 deliveries. He's equalled that now off 7 deliveries. And just to continue with the scorecard, Daniel Smith continuing his innings, the very impressive young left-hander.
Driven on the offside there, but Guana, very good piece of fielding and backward point.
Jivish and Pillay there at backward point, and the Western Province then losing their second wicket on 123. Zubair Hamza caught by Herman. It was Daniel Smith then who was the third to go after a partnership of 68 with Kyle Verreynne. Smith into the 80s in only his second innings in first-class cricket. He absolutely nailed one straight to Grant McQuena in the gully, and the young man was incredibly disappointed. Very good catch by McQuena. The ball was travelling very quickly, and that gave Ayag Amane his first wicket of the match. Yeah. Bowled him.
He's bowled him.
Bowled him. First ball with the new ball, and it is Simon Harmer who gets, as we predicted, he would take the new ball. First ball with the new ball, and Tim, take us through what happened there.
It was a foolish ball there by Simon Harmer, drifting in towards Kieran Kenny's pads, and Kieran Kenny playing all around it. Instead of playing it straight towards the bowler, he tries to hit it through mid-wicket, misses it completely. He flicks his pad and goes onto the stumps. So that is Simon Harmer's 10th wicket haul in first-class cricket, and Kieran Kenny's one came with 8 deliveries. It's another milestone for Simon Harmer in his career, as Bashir Walters comes out to the crease.
That is a hammer blow, as they say, for Western Province. Another one this morning. It all started with that wicket of Carl Simmons off the first delivery of the day, and now with the first delivery with the second new ball taking the new ball at 80 overs. The Titans, Simon Harmer, taking the new ball from the Kelvin Grove end. I think that's his first wicket from the Kelvin Grove end. Did he take one last night? I can't remember. No, he didn't take a wicket from that end last night, so that will be his first wicket from the Kelvin Grove end, and it gives him his 10 in the match. His analysis now 3 for 116 off that wicket coming off the first ball of his 39th over. Yesterday bowled unchanged for the majority of the match from the Wynberg end, and majority of the match he had bowled the entire morning session from the Wynberg end. He bowled the entire afternoon session from the Wynberg end, and was only replaced by Neil Brunt sometime into the afternoon session as what could well be the last man in for the 6-gun Brill Western Province. Bashir Walters comes to the crease.
Yeah, only a matter of time now. The end is upon us. It's just a matter of time as Bashir Walters smacks this over Simon Harmer's head all the way for 6. A great hit. I don't think Basher Walters is going to hang about. He's seen his teammates poke and prod for the last half an hour or so, and he doesn't fancy doing that. Not for 7 hours to try and save the game. Certainly a well hit 6. That's something he'll tell his kids later on. Have he hit the premier
That's right.
spin bowler Simon Harmer for 6?
You'll say to them, you know, children, that guy who took 1,000 wickets in first-class cricket, I crushed that ball well over, at Newlands into the boundary. First delivery that I faced from him. I remember that day all those years ago. I don't think he's going to do that actually. Perhaps not. He won't mention the result, I don't think.
This is when he tries to paddle towards the leg side, but misses it.
If there were no quick singles before now, there's definitely not going to be any now. Tim. 276 for 8.
Goes big again, does Basher Waters.
He may be out though this time.
The fielder is in action.
I think he drops it.
He drops it. Covering a lot of ground there in the sort of cow corner region. There's a big hit there by Basher Waters. Never really settled. The fielder wasn't able to balance himself and control himself, and that's down.
Aya Kamani and Junior Dala converging on that delivery. Kamani calling for the ball and not able to take the catch in the deep. Walters survives and takes his total to 7. His batting partner Mpongwane is on 7 and his partnership is 7. Anybody feeling lucky? So that was a bit of a let-off there. The last wicket potentially falling, and we're unsure whether Yasin Valley will be or is at the ground at the moment to come in for the 6-gun grill Western Province. Basher Walters now on strike to Neil Brunt, and he's not going to hang about here either, is he?
He's going to go big. Yeah, different bowler, different end, but he is still going to try and clear the boundary. Mid-on and mid-off are up. The mid-off in particular is a little bit deep, so it is for that big heave that Basher Walters will come to. One suspects.
Yeah, no hope at all of Western Province prolonging this game very much now. The final pair in at the crease.
This one dabbed on the offside. There's a thought of a single, but backward point gets in around the ball and fields it quickly, and there's no single. Neil Brunt comes in again. A forward defence this time by Basher Waters.
We've got 2 balls left in this over from Brunt. We'll have a look at those and then continue with the Western Province second innings scorecard.
He does drives this nicely, but at times it too well, and deepish extra cover fields it.
Junior Dollar diving off to his right there. Good fielding, actually.
Good fielding, and certainly no time for a single.
Oh,
this one cuts
straight through the slip fielder, Dean Elgar, and down to the third man boundary for 4, and that takes Walters into double figures. To say that he's been the dominant partner in this partnership would certainly be true. 11, partnership is 11, and with him Mhlali Mpongwane, his fellow fast bowler from Western Province. So just to complete the scorecard for Western Province from last night, Kai Verena then the fourth man to go very soon after Daniel Smith. That was 206. The fourth wicket falling just went to a well-played 50 with a beautiful shot off Dala, and next delivery hanging his bat out outside the off stump to give Gian Flutter a catch. That's a very nice shot.
Much more conventional stuff there by Mokumkwana. Just drives it down the ground and piercing the middle and midfielders and goes through for a single.
Kyle Verreynne 50 that he scored, containing 10 fours in that 50, and that wicket falling at 206. Then a good partnership of 54 between Ngajima and Simmons until Ngajima was caught with a 3-card trick by Corbin Bosch, short wide one outside the off stump, which he flayed to a deep backward point for
Basher Waters goes big,
very big,
and it's all the way down the ground. The sound of the bat was another good sound, and well clear of the fielder on the boundary. So Basher Waters is enjoying his time against the premier off-spinner.
Grandchildren, that time at Newlands I hit Simon Homer for 2 sixes straight over his head.
This time he goes again.
3 sixes.
This time it's even better. He clears the man on the boundary even further.
Huge into Castle Corner.
Yes, into what was Castle Corner.
And yes, the proprietors of that beautiful shiny new building on the northwestern side of Newlands must have been thinking, okay, we may have to call in plate glass today. Just falling short of that impressive new complex on that northwestern side of the ground.
This one a bit faster, compensating for what happened in the over, but very straight. Basher Waters isn't interested in trying to hit that one out the ground, just blocks it solidly. The end of that over, Province are now 294 for 8, and Basher Waters is on 23 of 15 deliveries. That's right, 23 of 15. And Mokumkwana is on 8 of 28.
And 3 sixes in that 23, as well as a 4 for Basher Waters. It is going to be the more conservative Mpongwana who will be facing up to Neil Brandt, bowling from the Wynberg end.
Nicely driven, but doesn't time it, and fielded by the short cover.
Well, it's been a very entertaining 40 minutes so far, Tim, this morning.
It most certainly has. Basher Waters is giving the few of us that are here privileged enough to be able to witness this some entertainment before the Province innings does indeed finish.
And elsewhere overnight in the 4-day series, the Lions wrapping up yet another victory yesterday.
Driven this time by Basher Waters to a deepish mid-off, driven nicely. He's timing the ball well, is Mokumkwana, and well fielded.
The Warriors against Northwest in Potchefstroom, leading by 289 runs as we get into the 4th day. Worland, so the Pile of the Rocks in the match at the Wanderers, losing by an innings and 30 to log leaders the Lions. And in the match in Durban at Kingsmead, the Knights having a bit of a run fest there against the Dolphins, 321 for 2, with the Dolphins scoring 226 in their first innings in a match which has been a little bit affected by rain, and very good 100 there for Matthew Kleinfeld, the Jacques Neyman, getting 94. And it's here at Newlands. It's going to be who's that young chap on the other side bowling again? Can't remember his name.
Simon Harbour bowls a nice flat one, drifting in towards Bashir Walters. Doesn't know much about that particular delivery, but managed to get a slimmer over inside edge.
If the ball is there to be hit, Walters will hit it. There's no doubt. We have two men deep on the mid, sort of a wideish, long on boundary, and
lovely drift there by Simon Harmer, enticing Bashir Walters with the drive. Bashir Walters obliging and threw him through to the keeper.
He was trying to push it through that gap, which is a big one on the offside.
This one worked to the leg side. There would have been a chance for a single, but Mpongwana is not interested.
No, Mhlali Mpongwana, having picked up a niggle there on the thigh in the first innings, or in the only innings of the Titans. That's maybe the end.
Goes big.
No,
it goes
it doesn't
big.
go big.
The fielder
And
dives, but it goes all the way. Valiant effort by the fielder on the boundary. If it was 7 foot, he might have caught it.
He might. I think, Ayak Amani is misjudging that one a little bit. Probably with the wind. He's not going to get to that one.
Going big. This is even bigger. This is probably the biggest of the lot so far. Bashir Walters has now hit Simon Harmer for 5 sixes.
He has hit him now for 5 sixes, and Walters goes to 35, and with that, the previous 6, in fact, 6 Gangrel Western Province going to their 300, and despite the fact that Walters is really having some enjoyment against Simon Harmer will be the one that will have those 10 wickets in the books.
The last ball of the over, Bashir Walters drives it to the man on the mid-off boundary, and they do indeed go for a single that time.
Tim, I thought you might find this quite amusing as well. I was looking at the subtitles on the subtitles on YouTube. They are flipping up on the screen, probably a settings thing. But when he hit the first 6, and we were talking about Bashir Walters, it came up on the screen as Crusher Walters. So that's really quite a good description of what he actually has done with these deliveries from Simon Harmer.
Neil Brunt now bowling to Bashir Walters. Bashir Walters going big again, going big and going all the way. Another really well timed. These sixes, he's timing these sixes exceptionally well. He's just lifting his left leg out of the way and clearing the boundary with the utmost ease as he moves on to 42 of 22 deliveries.
42 of 22 with 6 sixes. Bashir Walters' highest score in 4-day cricket is 55. He might be eyeing that at the moment. The Warriors versus the Titans in 14-15 at St George's Park, as we wait for the ball to be retrieved. The inevitable being delayed in entertaining style here by Bashir Walters.
Certainly, they often say that it's not over till the person sings, and Bashir Walters is singing to his own tune right at the moment.
And this new ball is nice and hard, and it's flying very nicely around Newlands at the moment.
Driven nicely, straight to the man on the middle of the boundary. They don't take a single. Bosho Waters is enjoying himself too much.
He is, yes. I was just going to say he's protecting Mhlali Mpongwana. He's taking the strike. And he's now the senior partner out there. 42 of 23 deliveries.
This one a short, wide one by Brunt, cut, but again not really timed. This one fielded by the extra cover.
And there is a leisurely single on offer, which one feels they may take towards the end of the
Full
that
toss.
may be gone, and he is, and
yeah.
that is the final wicket falling for Western Province as Corbin Bosch takes the catch at a deepish mid on or long on position, and that is at the end of the Western Province innings. Yassine Valley not coming out to bat, 313 all out, and you can describe, give us those numbers for Bashir Walters, Tim.
Bashir Waters is dismissed for 42 of 25 deliveries, 1 4 and 6 sixes. That is correct.
Yeah.
6 sixes, a strike rate of 168. That wicket, the delivery itself was there to be hit. It was a low full toss, but Bashir Waters didn't time it, and Corbin Bosch had to take a few steps to his right, catching it above his head. Was a well taken catch, and effectively this Western Province are 313 all out, and the Titans do indeed win the match.
By my calculation, by an innings and 139 runs. Let's see if I'm correct. That's just
I trust my co-commentator with his maths, and
I hope so.
it's a big win for the Titans, something that they needed after a couple of early rounds where they didn't hit their straps. Lots of positives for Western Province to take out of that game, even though they do lose the game. They had a lot of academy guys playing in this particular round, and each member of the youngsters can feel very proud of their performance. Kaplan batted well, Smith batted well and made 83. Kieran Kenny tried his heart out with his pace bowling. Looked a real promising talent going forward for Western Province. But overall, right throughout the 4 days, bar maybe a half an hour session, Titans were on top and are fully deserved victors here at Newlands at the end of this particular game of round 3.
Some real standout performances from the Titans as we see the very experienced Simon Harmer getting his 10th 10-wicket haul, and that is, he has been an inspired signing for the Titans for this Division 1 4-day challenge. They will be very happy with their total of 647 for 7, and then having bowled out Western Province for just 195 in the first innings, thanks to an excellent 7 for 76 by the experienced Harmer, who then went on to take 3 for 149 in the second innings, taking his 10th 10-wicket haul. Outstanding batting that set this up for the Titans by Grant McQuena with 154, ably helped by Proteas captain and opening batting partner Dean Elgar on 117, and then first class personal best scores, top scores for both Jivish and Pillay who got his maiden first-class century and a career best century from Aya Kamani in an 8th wicket record partnership for the Titans of 199 unbroken when they were given the opportunity by Captain Neil Brunt to fill their boots against a tiring and depleted Western Province attack. It was an all-round exceptionally good and professional performance from the Momentum Multiply Titans, which will see them certainly rise up the log significantly. So that is pretty much everything from Newlands. We would just like to say thank you to CSA and to Supersport for bringing this broadcast to you, and a reminder that you can watch the live streaming of the South African A versus India A series, which will also be on the Supersport YouTube channel that of Supersport, and those matches will be starting on Tuesday the 23rd of November, coming to you live from the Mangaung Oval in Bloemfontein, and you can join us there for commentary and live visuals from the ground. We expect that to be a fantastic series between two highly competitive teams, and it will be our privilege to bring that match, those matches to you. So until then, and until we chat again, thanks so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day.